My mind was changed when I went to the Robinson factory. When you go there and they say, in the beginning, 1 in 10 didn't make it to their destination. That's pretty big to admit and say, in the beginning, this was wrong with our helicopter.
I'm Gabriel Armas. I'm the CEO, Director, and CFI at Rotor School. And this is the one and only Kenny Keller, founder and creator of Helicopter Online Ground School, or as the public would like to call it, Armas.
Affectionately named by the members. We didn't come up with that. The members just started calling it Hogs.
I've always called it Hogs, but
It's just what happened.
either way, we're here in Indiana today, and we've very much decided that we're going to bring to you this podcast called Two Blades,
No filter.
It's just incredible that even throughout the years, with all the improvements
Right.
that the industry as a whole, of course, if we compare it to the accident rates of the 1960s, we need to understand that we've made great strides towards safety and towards providing quality training too.
Yep.
You can't compare a Vietnam era pilot, with all due respect, because they did great things, and I'm pretty sure that they understood a lot of the concepts that now we understand.
Sure.
But they didn't have the information we now have.
Yep.
Not to say that today's pilots are perfect, of course. We still have a lot of bad habits and a lot of things that we need to correct, right?
On this topic, that's what you and I agreed prior to turning on the camera today. My mind was changed when I went to the Robinson factory. When you go there and they say, in the beginning, 1 in 10 didn't make it to their destination. That's pretty big to admit and say, in the beginning, this was wrong with our helicopter. This is what was wrong with the training. This is what was part that we had that failed. They own up to all those bad things in the beginning. And when they show you, here's where we started, here's where we are, and all the improvements and the improvement in safety and everything, that's all there for a reason, right? It's like, so a lot of the haters are just going off of what they've heard because of the beginning with Robinson was not good. But they admit that. So
what helicopter has been good since the beginning?
probably none of them.
Probably none of them. And of course, we need to understand that certification standards have changed throughout the years. I love the 206, but let's face it, the 206 was designed in the late 1950s to the 60s with the technology of the time. And even though it's been a great helicopter, there's also been a lot of different things that they could have done better. And that's why we have the 505 today. That's what's led to the 505. They've learned from the mistakes. And every single manufacturer has done that throughout the years. Why can't pilots do the same? That's a bigger question for me.
Right. Last night, my daughter goes, my top 3 artists are this one, this one, this one. What are your top 3? And I go, well, I had to think about it. I go, because, over my life, it's changed. For many years, it was AC/DC, Judas Priest, and whoever. AC/DC is still probably there. Judas Priest is close, but then there's Rage Against the Machine that's there now. Like, through your life, things change.
See, and
So your top helicopter picks could change too.
Absolutely.
As you fly them and get more experience, you might go, I really used to love this one, but now I love this one.
No, I love this one more. And the more I fly, the more I learn to love even the R22. Unpopular opinion here. Then again, going back to me closing my eyes and looking at an MD 500, knowing that Frank Robinson worked in the Hughes company at its point, that he worked for Bell, that he worked for all of these other companies, I can see a bit of each one of those helicopters there. Sure. But I know that the shape of the R22 really resembles that of an MD 500. And, well, at least for me anyway, and that's why I said disclaimer to our viewers, unpopular opinion. Right. I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for that.
But whatever.
Well, no filter, right?
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, it's always been my dream to become a pilot. And different to most people, I grew up into it. My family had the flight school, and I grew up in a heliport with more than 70 helicopters, probably 30 different type of aircraft, which I'm very thankful I got to fly, most of them anyway. I know it's different to somebody who started to train from zero. Nonetheless, disclaimer, I did have to fight for every single hour that I flew.
Sure.
My parents never allowed me to just hop in a helicopter and just say, this is my helicopter,
Right.
I'm gonna fly.
When you feel the pressure to fly, but know the right decision is to stay on the ground, hit the hogs, no go, and live to fly another day. Helicopterground.com